Hello, everybody, Lystrawsome here, and Minions The Rise of Gru is actually pretty good. I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was pretty funny. I actually laughed quite a few times, and um, yeah, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. I like the Minions. They're fun characters. I like Gru in this one. He was fun. I like the villains. They were alright, but I'm gonna be talking about some spoilers for Minions The Rise of Gru, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, I would definitely recommend not watching this video unless you don't care about spoilers, but if you have not seen the film yet, I would definitely recommend not watching this video because there'll be some spoilers. So yeah, spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But yeah, so I like this movie a lot. It was really good. The film is about Gru, and he wants to join the Vicious Six after they kill the leader of the group. I can't remember his name. Shoot, what was his name? I can't remember. But in the beginning of the movie, he steals that stone, and then they double cross him, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he falls off a plane from really high up, and somehow survives. And then Gru gets the he wants to join the Vicious Six, and the minions are like, "Yeah, can we come?" And Gru's like, "No, no, 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 no." And so he goes to them, and obviously they're like, "No." And he says, "I'm pretty despicable." Oh, and there's a scene I just remembered. I want to mention it right now so I don't forget. There's a scene where he goes into a shop and he has a cheese array and he's going, "Cheese ray, cheese ray." And I was like, and it's framed exactly the same way as in Despicable Me with the freeze ray, freeze ray, freeze ray. I was like, I enjoyed it. It was a fun callback. I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. This is fun. Because, like, it was funny. I was like, oh, yeah. I was laughing at that part. I was like, this is funny. Because, it was fun. And he was like, "Don't cheese me, man." So that was fun. Um, and then, but yeah, he goes and he sees Dr. Nefario there when he was young. That was cool. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense that he would meet him. Yeah. So that was cool. And he gives him his first gadget, but he goes to the Vicious Six. They're like, "Fuck no." And he steals the stone, and they're like, "Hey, we need that." Apparently, Danny Trejo was one of them. I don't know which one he was, but I was like, he was so underused in. Danny Trejo is awesome. Like, I don't even remember the guy he voiced having any speaking lines. Like, you could have used Danny Trejo more. But, so, and then he meets up with the old leader, and they team up. And he's like, "Yo, it's nice having you around. Let's team up." And Gru's like, "Yeah, okay." So they team up, and then the minions want to learn kung fu because the guys like find them and they beat them up. They beat the minions up. Some of the Vicious Six, and the lady, they're like, "Yo," and the lady comes out and beats them up with like kung fu, and the minions are like, "Yo, can you train us?" And she's like, "All right." So then she trains the minions, all three of them. And one of them, there's a scene where one's on a post and he pull like above the ocean, and he pulls out a lunchbox, and it's got the main villain from the previous Minions movie on it. I can't remember her name. I think it was Scarlet Overkill, maybe. I think that was her name. I'm not 100% sure. But it was her on the lunchbox, so that was a fun little Easter egg. I was like, oh yeah. But so they learn kung fu, and then they go to save Gru because the Vicious Six have him Gwen Stacy style. He was on like the clock, and I was like, oh god, they're gonna Gwen Stacy Gru. I mean, obviously I knew they weren't going to because he's a kid in this movie. He has to grow up to do the Despicable Me movies, but you know, you know, the minions, and then they get turned into animals, and then a baby minion chicken is born through an egg, and when I tell you that it's so cute, I was like, bro, that thing is adorable. But yeah, it was cool, and the fight scene is really cool. Like the kung fu and like the inner roar or whatever it was called. You have to find your inner beast, and she's doing it. Or no, the minions like they do the inner roar or whatever. Mini boss. Oh, his mom is in a scene. Gru's mom is in a scene. That was cool. Little reference, little cameo. I mean, but yeah. So um, they beat up the villains, and then I think they trap them in the stone, if I remember correctly. There's a scene with the motorcycle dude too. I think it's that kid's uncle who had the stone. He was a fun character riding the motorcycle with the minion guy. That was cute. That was a cool scene. He was funny. Bring him back in Despicable Me 4, which apparently they're making, by the way. Despicable Me 4 is coming out, I think, next year or 2024. Make Vector's dad the villain. make Vector's dad the villain. Vector was in space, make his dad come back and be like, hey. Or no, did he die in the first one? I don't know. I don't remember what happened to Vector's dad, but if he's still alive in canon, make him the villain of the fourth one. Or I guess it could be Gru's twin brother since he left, but I don't see him being a villain. Dude, like, make Vector's dad the villain. Some people have said bring Vector back, but I don't see how Vector could still be alive. He's been on the moon since the first Despicable Me movie ended. I'm pretty sure he's probably dead unless he got back somehow. But nah, make Vector's dad the villain, getting revenge. But there's a scene in a bank, which is the villain bank from the first one, and they talk to Vector's dad when he was younger, and he shows them a picture of him and young baby, or like not baby, young kid Vector, and Gru goes, "Oh, that kid is ugly." I thought that was funny. I was like, "Oh, that's funny," because obviously you would recognize, "Oh, hey, that's Vector." It was funny. His little tiny toilet. It was funny. So they trap the villains, and one's like a dragon and like a goat or whatever. They trap them all in the stone, if I remember correctly. And they're like, "Yay, we saved the day." I'm trying to remember how the movie ended. Because I saw it a few days ago. I saw it the day it came out. So, yeah, I don't remember the day it came out, but I think it was July 1st when it came out. Yeah, I saw it July 1st, if that was the day it came out. I saw it the day it came out, so I'm trying to say. I saw this movie the day it came out, so. And it was packed, too. We went to the theater. It was packed. I was like, this movie is packed? Like, I didn't expect it to be packed like that. But I probably should have because the first one made $1 billion, so. But now there's the memes going around, people coming in like suits and freaking out and clapping and cheering when the movie starts. And I saw a video, a theater employee came out and was like, "Okay, you guys will not clap when the movie starts. You guys will not disturb the theater." I was like, "Dang, bruh. They're kicking people out over these memes. It's gotten that extreme." Which, I mean, I guess I understand it because, like, yeah, you can't be doing that at the theater. People are trying to watch the movie, but I was like, dang, it's gotten that extreme where they had to do warnings now. I was like, that's crazy. But it was a good movie. It was fun little movie. I enjoyed it. And then there's a credit scene where he recruits Dr. Nefario, so that was cool. I was like, oh, nice. So yeah, it was cool seeing like that happen. And I like that they didn't throw any implications of Gru being good because he was a villain in the first Despicable Me. So I'm glad they weren't like, "Oh, Gru's good in this movie a little bit," because like it wouldn't make sense timeline wise because he's evil in the first one. So that was cool. I'm glad they didn't do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. That was really good. I'm gonna give it 3.5. 3.5 stars out of 5. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like 3 is too low. So we'll do 3.5. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. That was really good. Let me know what you guys thought of Minions: The Rise of Gru in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. That was pretty good. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I enjoyed it. They'll probably do a Minions 3 if I had to assume. I don't know what it'd be about, so actually I don't know, but maybe they will. Minions, you gotta complete the Minions trilogy, baby. And I'm excited for Despicable Me 4. Excited to see what they're gonna do with that. But yeah, guys, please give this video a like. Please subscribe and check out some other videos. Mini boss.